Hey boys, what's up? Thanks. So actually, I was thinking about problems, the mechanisms, like what are actually problems, and is there any problem? Is means the things which we consider problem is a problem or not? What determines a situation to be a problem or thing to be a problem? After thinking for a while, I thought, yeah, there can be things which may be problem like global warming, which clearly is a problem, but the way to solve it is pretty much complicated. I will not go into detail into how can we solve or what can be done. Of course, I have seen a lot of documentaries on it, and after seeing that much documentaries, I could not think of a single solution. There may be multiple solutions of it. Now, better get back to the topic. So problems. So as I said, there can problems. Actually, is problem which can clearly seen that's problem. But there's also other things which we might think that's problem, but that's actually not problem. Which which is just a creation which our mind creates due to because it panics and it can't think rationally. For my own case, a lot of problems my mind had created for me many times. Like somebody said some sentence or a phrase to me which I took it as a problem that how can I solve it. But the only thing which I actually needed to do is think rationally about it, and it's it was so simple to solve. Means it's just a act that can actually get out of you, get out of that situation. So thinking rationally is a bit hard when you uh, are not in a situation or a situation or circumstances are not in your favor, that mind didn't isn't working the proper way that a um, healthy mind should work, because it happens to me when I can't think rationally. I just well, I'm just being under pressure, or a a future. I just create a future scenario in my mind which doesn't allow me to think rationally. So my mind just get panicked, and it just creates its own scenarios that what would happen if I didn't do this, or if did this happen. For an example, a student who is actually studying for his exam, and he's very competitive type, but one day when he's studying he didn't understood his a concept. Then he thought he couldn't understand that he may be dumb, like his mind is creating this problem. And after that thought, negative thought, negative thoughts just got bombarded in his head, like he's incompetent, couldn't do nothing. But that's all things of course. It's just he can't think rationally at that point because he is stressed. So my point is that how we can solve those problems which aren't problem. Those are the only problems created by our mind. I came up with some solutions, like a very simple solution, I would say. Uh, like when we get negative thoughts, suddenly a lot of negative thoughts, then we just have to get out of those situation and make and try something that could calm down our mind. Um, I prefer things which like sitting in nature under trees, so get enough time to our mind to get calm. And after that, we should give a brief thought or on the thing which we had in our mind. Like the student who thought that he's incompetent, maybe that he has given time to calm down to his mind. Then he may have said, like, asked to himself that why I'm incompetent just because I couldn't understand a single concept. Then he would have clearly said, no, that doesn't make sense. How can I be incompetent just because I didn't understood a single concept? So this is the thing that I want to convey, that some things which we think are problems aren't our problems. Those are the only problems created by our mind.